Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending the new Medicare Center webinar today. We appreciate it. I think that you will find this presentation both informative and useful. My name is Chris Paulson, and I am a Regional Director here at GoldenCare. Now, before we get started, if you have not been on our GoldenCare Agent website, I highly encourage you all to do so at GoldenCareAgent.com. The website is a great source of information and resources for agents to assist them in helping take care of their clients. It's free to use and does not require logins or passwords. We also have a link on the website to Medicare Center as well, so you can learn more on our website too. Also, you can reach us here at GoldenCare at 1-800-842-7799, and we'd be more than happy to help. Like I said, today we are going to be talking about the all-new Medicare Center, our powerful online sales and marketing system. It's a great resource for Medicare agents in helping with quotes, enrollments, and other good information for multiple carriers all in one place. With the important annual enrollment period just around the corner, like we all know, what better time than now to discuss this great resource? I have the great pleasure of introducing our guest speaker for today. His name is Justin McBee. Justin is the Director of Operations for Nice Loss and Fleming, one of our partner companies and insurance brokerages as well. He has been working with tools and systems for a few years and is now leading the Medicare Center project. So he's basically our go-to guy for everything Medicare Center. And before I steal too much of his thunder, I'd like to introduce Justin McBee.
Thank you so much. I can't thank you all enough for having me today. So super exciting news is, as you just touched base on, we have completely transformed the old Medicare Center, which many have been using over the past few years. And we are super excited to go over the changes and the additions that we've made for all of our agents to have a successful AEP this year. So what we'll do is I just want to kick it off with a video displaying what Medicare Center is, and from there we will jump into a presentation.
When you're a Medicare agent, time is a precious resource, especially preparing for and during this unique and unprecedented AEP. That's why we're thrilled to introduce the new Medicare Center. It's a robust sales and marketing platform designed to help you simplify multiple carrier e-apps and send scope of appointments via text message so you can make the most of every sales opportunity. Medicare Center has the tools and resources you need to succeed and stay compliant. You can digitally manage clients, quote and compare plans instantly, submit applications, track prescription drug lists, and more, face-to-face or while working virtually. Medicare Center simplifies client management. Now you can use dashboards to see where clients are in the application process, manage your follow-ups, and see how client needs evolve from year to year. You can even text your clients compliantly from start to finish. No more searching the web for enrollment and quoting tools. With Medicare Center, you have access to the latest technology built for agents. And say goodbye to separate logins. Medicare Center brings all of your carriers together. Managing scope of appointments, quoting, searching plans by prescription drug lists or physicians, e-applications, and more are all accessible with a single username and password. The new Medicare Center is a powerful tool that's built to help you produce. We're here to help you take full advantage of it, free of charge. To learn more about Medicare Center and how it can help you during this unprecedented AEP, talk to your marketer today.
Alrighty, so for those who have not seen that video, that is the new Medicare Center video, and we are super excited to roll this out. And for those who have seen it, hopefully it was a nice, fresh reminder of what is coming for us this AEP. Just opening up, making sure you can still see my correct screen. We are going to go through this PowerPoint and just kind of overview what we just saw. Obviously, we know this is going to be the most important resource for all of our agents, whether internal or captive agents or brokerage agents throughout Integrity, but all of the field agents we have as well. We're looking at with the most recent additions with Agent Pipeline and beyond. We're looking at over 150 to 160,000 agents using the system. So this is huge. This is big news for Integrity, big news for GoldenCare. Everyone involved, I can't thank anyone enough for the recommendations and adjustments that we've made over the past year. So before going any further right now, I do just want to thank you all again, because what has happened is over the past few years working on the system day in, day out, developing new changes, adjustments, we do take everyone's feedback serious. So everybody that has brought that to my attention, we do implement those changes upon request to the most feasible turnaround time possible. So we can successfully state that over 60% of the system changes do come directly from agents like yourselves. So keep the recommendations coming. I promise you we do take it serious. You guys are the ones using the system more often than not. So with that being said, again, thank you so much, and make sure you do bring those recommendations to us. As we know, with that being said, all of us are pulled in so many different directions here. You have to get a scope of appointment, you have to manage client lists, client data, address concerns, Medicare number, confirmations, all of these fun things we obviously know are not the most fun things to do. Not only that, but a lot of us don't have the time necessarily to do it appropriately as we move along. So that's why we worked on the new Medicare Center. Obviously, the question, as I just stated, was time. What really matters the most at this point, instead of doing the busy work or pushing papers or any of that fun stuff, we obviously want everyone to utilize their time in a better option, and this is going to be with the new Medicare Center. Super exciting with additional changes that we've made to the old Medicare Center. This Medicare Center is built to help agents not only just with the quoting and enrollment process, but the overall process of really just being an agent. So what we've done here is we've collectively put together a tool that will allow you to use multiple enrollment platforms such as Connecture and Sunfire, which are now private labeled as Medicare App and Medicare Link, which we'll get into. We also have a built-in proprietary CRM that we developed here at Integrity. So for those agents that don't have a CRM or have an internal CRM, like many of us do, this is going to be a tremendous solution, especially for field agents. CRM tools are not the cheapest, I can just tell you that, especially if it's just an agent starting out. This is literally a free CRM system for agents to use. So again, I know you all specifically on this call have processes in place, and GoldenCare does a really great job of ensuring you guys are prepared. However, understanding if you have friends or coworkers in the field that may not have access to what you have, this is the tool that they can actually utilize. Obviously, saving time with managing clients, quoting, enrolling. The new Simplified CRM here is built to really just simply manage your clients electronically anywhere you are. So this is web-based, which means you can utilize all of this information and access all of this information, whether you're home, at work, at the office, on your phone, on your iPad, etc. You can track all of your clients in this one system, regardless of what system you're using. Super easy process to create a new client with just an email or phone number. That is one of the 2 required fields. As long as you have that, you can create the new person or client in your tool. And then you can also just plan communications and next steps as you move along. Super exciting. We all know we don't love 500 different logins and username and passwords, because I can't even keep track of mine. Hence why I use password application, LastPass. However, we've made it very simple for all of our agents using an SSO, which is a single sign-on, and having a universal login. So super easy process. Once you're provided access, which many of you probably already are, if not, very easy to enroll or get signed up for the new Medicare Center. As you see right here, it's just done by a simple click of a login. We'll get to that momentarily, but that is how you would do it. You can easily reset your password and manage admin communications as well. Really exciting as well. Not only do we just have those enrollment platforms and offerings through CRM that I just spoke about, there's a new learning center. So this is really, really good stuff. This is going to have industry best practices, carrier updates, carrier guides, different solutions, whether you're selling health or life products. And even if you're working remotely, we wanted to have this obvious, learning center portion that is working remotely, simply due to the nature of the environment that we're all stuck in right now, whether we're selling remotely or home or from wherever we are. So that resource is available as well. The two new systems which I briefly mentioned, first is Medicare app, previously known as MedicareCENTER, powered by a company called Connecture. We have been working with Connecture for 4 to 5 years and have really grown alongside them. Again, they listen to the changes, they hear all agents, they hear the cry of everyone doing work every single day. So again, keep those recommendations coming specifically for this platform. We do listen seriously, and then we will make any changes or recommendations that you want. With that being said, Medicare app, previous MedicareCENTER, is very, very big in the field. So they were one of the first true adopters for electronic enrollments, built historically on the old ACA plans. They were pretty big in the group side of things, but then transitioned more heavy into our field now. Medicare Link is powered by Sunfire. Many of you have possibly heard the ramble of Sunfire late last year. They made a significant push on selling their system, again, mid to late last year. One of their biggest features that they tried to sell was a text-to-enroll functionality, which we'll get to in a little bit, but super exciting news on that front. Both systems, Medicare app and Medicare Link, now offer the text-to-enroll and text-to-collect SOA functionality. So that is huge news, especially for this day and age that we're going to be working this AEP. First, Medicare app. Again, former MedicareCENTER. You all know it probably, but you can shop, quote, enroll on any device. The extensive list of carriers still exists. We're working to grow that carrier list every single day. Again, just more details surrounding Medicare app. The pharmacy selection and lookup is still going to exist. You're still going to have the formulary pharmacy and physician lookup. Going through, again, just barely touched base on it, but this is very big news. Previous MedicareCENTER did not allow you to capture any enrollment via text. We can now do that. So big news. Not only can you collect the electronic scope of appointment via text, but you can also collect the enrollment. So what does this mean? Many, many times over the years have we heard, I don't have an email address. This eliminates really the need for you to sit there and create an email address or assist your consumers with an email address, because as we know, I think the percentage is really high. It's in the mid to high 90s. They have a phone. Everyone has a phone these days. So this is a really significant bump for us. The Medicare Blue button, again, brand new for this year for Medicare app. This will also allow you to integrate Medicare.gov if the consumer previously had an account on Medicare.gov. So quickly just walking through the process, Justin Agent is assisting Lynn Consumer. Lynn Consumer previously had an account set with Medicare.gov where she added her prescription history. Lynn would simply just log into here. You see the button there on your phone specifically, but really simple process. Lynn types in her email address or provides it to me. I would simply just look up her email address, connect the two together, then all of her prescriptions then flow over to Medicare app, thus saving said agent time on adding those to the client's profile. Medicare Link. Medicare Link is very, very similar to Medicare app. Different user interface, as you'll see. This is the first page. This is kind of the login page. But again, you can still do the same exact things essentially that you can in Medicare app. One specific thing I really do like to just touch base on a Medicare Link is simply they do have the shop by doc feature, which basically means if you're with a consumer and they have a specific doctor, you can search for that doctor and it will display the plans within the system that is offered. So that's a functionality currently being worked on Medicare app as well. But Medicare Link does currently have that, along with the text to enroll and the ability to work pretty much anywhere you are. The design is very slim, sleek. User interface is pretty much one of the easiest I've ever seen, to be quite honest with you. Pretty straightforward. This is, again, MedicareCENTER. We're not done. We're obviously going to go through some other things here. But we do want to give you the ability to have everything in one spot, which is the next thing here. Many of us are very familiar with the Medicare Supplement Quoting Tool, also labeled as CSG, as many may know it. This quoting tool is done primarily for MedSups, and with that being said, we have now integrated your current CSG into MedicareCenter, so nothing will change on that front. The way you operate day to day or use CSG or your Medicare Supplement Quoting Tool will remain the exact same, except we're now able to host it within MedicareCenter. So that's, again, very exciting news. You will not have to go to all of these different sites and just utilizing the single sign-on. Up here are just some carriers that we've had in the integration over the past, obviously expanding more, and that is not all of the carriers. As we move forward, I know you all do a great job, but we do have and working on establishing a larger MedicareCenter team this year. I've probably spoken to many of you on the phone, but the Medicare support team is utilizing the MedicareCenter@integritymarketing.com email address for all questions at this point. Again, looking to expand on the expand on the team for MedicareCenter. We're looking to establish a subject matter expert at each location, along with some additional support for fielding questions and broker services, etc. So that is in the works as well. But as you know, if you want to jot that down, MedicareCenter@integritymarketing.com will be the place that you'd like to go for questions and concerns. Now we're going to move on. That is the kind of MedicareCenter overview. And what we'll do now is just actually hop into MedicareCenter to give you guys a live look and feel here. So this is what MedicareCenter looks like. This is the landing page. You would just simply click Get Started. It's going to ask you to register for an account if you don't already have one. Again, very, very easy process you see here. To register as an agent, you just type your first, last name along with your NPN, and then you can type your email address. Once you do that, it will send you a link to your email to complete the registration process. Very quick turnaround. Once you click that information, it's going to be sent directly to your email address very quickly. And once you get logged in, this is the MedicareCenter landing page. So as you get logged in, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see your name up top. You're going to have the Learning Center. You're going to have all of this availability within MedicareCenter. Up here are going to be the bullet lists or points that you would be familiar with for the quoting and enrollment. So pretty straightforward here. If you're looking to do the Medicare app or Medicare link, you would just simply click Medicare Advantage and PDP, and then it would give you the option to enroll using Medicare app. Again, I'm stressing it, that is the former MedicareCENTER, and then Medicare link which is the Sunfire system we just briefly talked about. Medicare Supplement, once you click that button, obviously it goes directly to CSG's platform. So once you go through MedSup or MA or however you choose to operate here, the CRM portion, the client management section is pretty incredible. This is a very upfront, straightforward CRM tool that offers, again, we're offering all of our agents for absolutely no cost. You can track information. You can see if it's a new client. You can see if they're enrolled, or if you've even sent the scope or e-signature to collect the enrollment form. So pretty cool stuff. You can always, this is, again, a testing site, so we're not going to be able to go through all the little buttons and things like that, but this does give you a very quick overview of what that's going to look like. Down on the bottom, again, as promised, this is the Learning Center. So the Learning Center will offer all of these fun things with sales tips and tech guides and carrier guides, things like that. This is a good point to just state that this site will be going live on 10/1, so everyone will have access and availability to access on 10/1. Obviously, the enrollment portions and things like that aren't live until 10/15, but we want to have the availability of the first 2 weeks or so, or leading up 2 weeks, to kind of get in and test the site, get a feel of it, and kind of feel comfortable with using the site. What we'll do now is briefly go over the old MedicareCenter. So Medicare app. Medicare app, once you go in here, and if you were to click Medicare app, you would be directed to the new login screen for Medicare app. Medicare app is obviously changed as far as the user interface goes here. I'm going to quickly grab the login credentials and I can show you what it looks like. As we get logged into it, obviously this is much different looking than the old Medicare Center. Once we get logged in, this is a way to just search your beneficiaries. If you wanted to add a new profile, you would just simply click New Profile, which I'll show you momentarily. Or you can jump to Plans. So you can go back to the plan and see all of the availability here. And as you see, this is just a quick way to search for those plans in the specific zip code that you wanted to look at. Search goes back to, once you see it, searching for your beneficiaries. So this is a one-stop shop, again, to just search all of your beneficiaries in the system. All of your information will be listed up here, so all of agent information will not go anywhere. You can always go back into your account overview. And this will give you, again, basic information, but access to see exactly what you want to see as you currently would in the old Medicare Center. And down here at the bottom, where everyone was used to seeing those helpful links, will still be the information. So again, specifically stating you're not going to lose access to that information. You'll still be able to utilize the drug formulary and pharmacy finder. For physicians, I'm sorry. Also down there, you had previously a way to search for your enrollment status and opportunities. So what that means is you had access to your book of business to see who you've added to the site. That will still be available, so you're not losing access to that information. All of that same information will be able to be pulled. If we want to go forward and search or start a new profile, you would just simply just complete the information, and as you see, just filling out information, going through the list. If they have a different contact as same process as last, if they hit yes, you would do that. If we hit no, we can move through. The additional information here can be completed, and we can save the details. Once it's saved, you can see quotes history, enrollment history on this first page, which is really nice. Or we can go to continue to SOA. So as we continue through the process, for those that have used the system, nothing has changed. We just continue through the same exact process. Email address and phone number, we can do it either way. So let's just, so for the sake of the demo, I'm going to text the SOA to myself. Still have the availability to upload that. You'll see the text was sent, and I already received the text message. So while you can't see my phone, what I can really just say, super straightforward. They get a text that says, complete your scope of appointment from Medicare app. They simply click the link, and then the generic scope of appointment pulls up directly on their phone or iPad, however they receive the text message. Let's say we complete it. It comes back to the SOA. You get the completion notice. So once they complete the SOA, you now get notified. So that's a new enhancement as well we've been working on as far as the text messaging goes and things like that. Let's say we completed the scope. I want to click Add Preferences. And this is, again, the same information that we saw before. If you get all of the information, you simply complete that. Or we can skip or continue. I will click continue, obviously. It automatically populates the age range based upon the birth date that was put in the system. And continue through. And it brings us to the plan. So again, the process is the exact same. You see that you can filter and sort by the same details that we previously had as we shop along. So let's just say that we wanted to enroll in the FlexCare MA plan. You can still add up to 3 plans and compare if you chose to do such, or add a quote. But if we want to enroll, backing up real quick, you still have access to all the plan details as well. You would just simply click on plan details and it would populate. But let's say we wanted to add the FlexCare MA to the cart. We now know that this is the specific plan we want to do. The optional add-on coverages, if available within the system, are here. Simply, you would just add. Existing member, yes or no. If you want to, if you want a shorter form, we'll do no, and we're going to continue to apply. This enrollment obviously is not going to go through the process simply because we're in the testing environment, but just so you know, from 10.1 to 10.15, this is the error that you will see, which prevents any agent by submitting an enrollment form accidentally to the carrier. So we can just go back or continue shopping. And I'm going to go back another step. And let's say we wanted to just add to the quote. And that first step was as if I was the agent enrolling. So if I'm face-to-face with a consumer, or we wanted to go through that process to send the text, that's the steps we would take. If you wanted to send the quote, you would have the email address just the same way we used to, and then you would send the quote. We obviously, again, won't go through that process. However, that is the exact process. Once we get that information, you can simply just move forward with either the email or the text to sign, and you would be good to go. That is the new Medicare app. Again, we're going to have more trainings on this, so don't hesitate to ask questions and just stay patient as we get all of this information done. But we will have access to recorded webinars and trainings and live trainings that are going to be happening, so on and so forth. Quickly jumping over to the Sunfire section or Medicare link. Once they get this to the login portion, we get logged in here. This is what Medicare link looks like. So again, old MedicareCENTER, new Medicare link provided by a different source or service. Pretty straightforward. Again, this is your whole list of prospects for the last 30 days and all of that fun stuff. Up top, you can search prospects, quote, and enroll. You can jump to send a scope. You can check your reporting, which is going to be just your enrollment reporting there. Always go home by simply utilizing the dashboard there. To start a new client, you can just go to your customers. You can see the full book. You can add a new profile and do the same exact process that we just did. Okay. Well, if I could type today, we would be a lot more successful. Give me 1 second. As we complete the information, you can save and quote or just save. So let's just save. If you hit save and quote, it's going to pull you over to the actual quoting information. But I want to show you the search. So as you see the customers up here, you can search for all of these clients based upon the status. So you can search for any of this information. and then you can do that. If you click the paper, it's going to clear them out, and you can find a new consumer at this point too. But let's say we're going to look up test. And as you see, here's the information that we collected just a moment ago. You can go over to the Actions tab. You can edit profiles, send quotes, send your PERL or personalized URL, or collect the scope of appointment. I'll go ahead and click Scope of Appointment. As it comes up here, I promise it will. Should. We may be hitting a roadblock, so just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to jump to the quote. We're going to skip the SOA section for now. However, understand that it's the same exact process. You can collect via email or SOA. But as you see, if we want to send this information, you would just click your county, Medicare supplement. If you're looking for a Medicare supplement, you would complete that information and save the file. And I really apologize, but it looks like they're maybe doing some services right now. Just bear with me. But as you see, we finally did get where we needed to go. All of the plans are displayed. So again, very similar process to Medicare app or former Medicare Center. You can filter by company, you can filter by premium, policy, etc. over here on the left-hand side. Or again, you can see view details just as you would in the other site. But let's just say we wanted to check out the Aetna Medicare Advantage Silver, and we would click Enroll. Once we click Enroll, you obviously would just go through this application process, which I'm going to see how far we can get today. If you have a separate mailing address, you would just hit yes or no, continue through. If they did not, there we go. And now we're going to continue through. Next is the Medicare information. Of course, if it just lets you go through here, this is maybe where we get stopped simply because the Medicare number we are working to resolve the issue for currently, where it will accept a test one. But just, let's see. If they have a physician, they would hit yes and complete that information. Just the same process again as the old Medicare Center. And continue through. Actually, we're moving ahead, so this is the same again. Very familiar with all of this information. All of you on the call are. We're just going to go bypass some additional information. The lovely questions that are on every single enrollment. Plan premium and continue through. Reviewing your application here. So if you're going through, again, you would just review the information. Hit the acknowledgments, and if you're an enrollee or authorized rep, you would simply do that. Again, this is going to be if you are signature if you're present, signature pad if you're present, or if you're on the phone. So this is the text to sign. You have the option to do it via email or text, so we're going to hit text message, and I'm going to use my phone number again. hopefully send the text again. And then you're going to see this code populate. I already got the text message. So as I get the text message, it says, "Dear said consumer, click the link below and follow the instructions to electronically sign the enrollment form for the Aetna plan we discussed." I click that link. I have the code. Once I complete that, you see this little prompt that says waiting on customer to complete enrollment. That will change, and then I, the said agent, go back in and complete the enrollment. At that point, you are completely done. You can always go back to your medication. So I'm sorry, backing up, you can always go to your medications for this consumer and add and change all of the fun information along with the pharmacy and said things like that. So that is a very quick, again, not divulging too much into the systems here, but that is a very quick rundown of the new Medicare Center. So if you all would like to open up to any questions, I don't know how you want to approach that. We can chat questions. We can open up the line. I am 100% open to answer some questions for the rest of the time if we have some.
Thanks, Justin. Yeah, we have some questions, but I think what we're going to do is I think I'll just follow up with each of the individual agents after the webinar. We don't have a bunch, so I think we can take care of that, no problem.
Okay, good. So with that being said, I know it was quick and it was a lot of information thrown at you one time. That is the whole purpose of the initial training. So don't get me wrong, I know it's a lot of information. However, we do have a training plan of attack for launching all of this information in a more formal fashion as we move forward. We'll have user guides that have already been out. There's videos, more videos. There's going to be recorded trainings. There's going to be a support group. And additional to this, really, just because we did this one training session today does not mean that we're not going to go further. Once everything's live and up running, we are going to host very many of these, and I'd be glad to hop on and go into a really, really deep dive at that point with you all.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Justin. Really appreciate it. Great job. And I want to thank everyone today for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We hope that you enjoyed our presentation. If you have any questions about Medicare Center or anything else, you can call GoldenCare at 1-800-842-7799, or you can email the marketing team at marketing@goldencareusa.com. Again, thanks for attending today, and I hope that you all have a great rest of your week.